What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 9 of our Atalanta career mode, and today, two toughies. We got Sampdoria in the league, and then we have got Juventus for the first time. A team we will eventually try and overtake. Last episode, things on paper seemed okay. We had a win over Napoli and a win over Manchester City. And then we conceded 5 against Cagliari and lost 5-3 after being 2-0 up. So it's a problem. At the moment, Inter flying away from Juventus, who are still undefeated. Juventus do this thing with me where they win 35 games and draw 3 seemingly every year. So we'll see how this goes. They're a very, very tough side, of course. Even when I have really good teams, I struggle to beat the current side. It's very difficult. And then we have Sampdoria here, and as you can see, we sit here in 10th. We don't have a game played. I mean, if we were to win our game in hand, we would move up to 7th, which is not too bad if we were to win this game against Sampdoria here. The problem being, of course, we're trying to go for 4th, and at the moment, 9 points back after getting within 6 and putting ourselves in a good spot after the win over Napoli, and then Cagliari, the game came along and things all went right down. Does everybody play in blue? It seems the last 3 or 4 teams we've played, we've had to change the home team to the away kit just to get everybody on the same page. But let's jump into it. Sampdoria, Atalanta, a win here. You know, we can set us up for a really huge Juventus game. If we were to lose this game and drop the Juventus game, then we'd be in a not so great spot, would we? So let's go. Let's get a win. It's clipped into a good spot. Can we get the header down? We can. Can we get that run up? We can. And Castagne, can he slip it inside? He can. And can we get that ball? One more. Oh, that ball. If it got out there, oh, a chance was coming. Sampdoria bring it the other way. That's clipped into a good spot. Semi-dealt with. He's still holding on to it. It's a good turn inside. It's a good finish. A really good finish. Sampdoria with the 1-0 lead. That ball has to get there. It really does. He just had to put it into space. Put it right at the Sampdoria player's foot. And they come right back the other end. And this is a really good finish. It just is. We've got to take that better as well. Those touches. Just the little things that are really messing us up. A couple happened right there. And it just came along with an absurd finish. Look at this goal. No chance whatsoever for Galini and net. A brilliant finish. Bertolacci with it. It's 1-0 to Sampdoria early. Oh, really good header. Out to Schuff, who's racing here. Castagne chasing. And Castagne. Oh, that ball does get there on a deflection. What a save. Galini with a huge save. An unlucky deflection. The amount of times I've dealt with, or we've dealt with unlucky in this series so far. Gonna have a hernia by the end of this. It's 1-0 and another good save there by Galini. Gotta get the ball out here as that header comes in. We're just not getting to passes or balls or whatever it may be. They're floating around. We're not getting to them, and we have a genuine injury. It's Malinovsky with it. I hope that's not ultra serious, but normally when they get taken off mid-game, it is genuinely serious, and I worry. Malinovsky's been very good for us so far. One of our better all-around midfielders. As that header comes in, and it's been all Sampdoria so far. Oh, come on, guys. We got to step. Thank you. Here's Tameze running with it. Can we find it out there to Zapata? We can. And Tameze's making a really good run, and Tameze's on it here. And Tameze, brilliant finish by him. The midfielders come on for Malinovsky, who is hurt. Levels the score up for us. It's 1-1. This has been a very frustrating one, this one against Sampdoria here. But we do break the other way. And that's a really good touch right there from Ilicic. And Tameze. That's a really good finish. Before he's almost brought down there. That tackle. Doesn't get to it quite. But a very, very good finish from the midfielder. And we've leveled it up. 40 minutes here. It's 1-1. He's racing away with it. Still holding on. Tameze, the goal scorer, of course. Ilicic turns, finds Atarin, and there's a ball being played there. And Freuler! Oh, it's 2! And a quick turnaround here in Sampdoria. 2-1. Freuler, the two midfielders with goals. That's a great finish as well from Freuler, who just gets there ahead. And a couple times we've just gotten to these balls and we've made them pay. Now, if we can do it on a more consistent basis, that would obviously be great. But just getting there. Sampdoria have been quicker to most second balls, but the couple that we've been quicker to have come in goals. And if we can just add a little bit of pace, just like one or two to most players around the squad, we'd have a really, really good team. We're just slightly off it, but when we, get there ahead, we cause problems, and we got to continue to do that. Put that effort in to really get out there. Corner set to come in for Sampdoria as they look for a route back into this game. The header comes in, and it's just wide. They've won a lot of headers off corners. It's worrying. Nicely played. It's a good ball in. There's a bit of space. Back up top. It's a good touch. Oh, it's come back to him. Of course it has. Ugh. That's felt like it's been coming. Mainly because all game it's felt like it's been coming. They're a little bit quicker than us, but come on. Come on. It's good play right here in the middle. And then he guts it up, and we get a huge touch on it, and then the ball gets ricocheted there. And it flies right out to his foot. And he has just smashed it in. This feels like it's new. Like we're back to this. At the beginning of the year, this is what was happening. And then it stopped happening midway. And now it feels like it's back. And it's driving me absolutely insane. But we're in here again. Muriel, 3. And we've retaken the lead. And Sampdoria weren't level for too long. Muriel with the goal. And there's 15 or so minutes to go to hold off on a lead. We've kind of retaken it back. It's good football here. And this is a good finish. Just puts it onto his left foot and just curls it beyond the goalkeeper. 2 goals in a couple of seconds. Can we hold off? We got to hold this off. We need this win. Ogello. Nicely played in. Shuff. Oh, it's a bit unlucky, but it's a good take. Defensively there. There's not a lot of time left as Temeze brings it forward to Zapata. He slides that across. Nicely done. One more out wide. Gets it there. Hatzabura. And he slip it back inside. He can. Back out to Hatzabura. Back across. Oh, it's a big block. Blow the whistle. It's come back to us, and that should do it. And we are going to come away from Sampdoria with 3 points as Gomez cuts inside. Forces a decent save. Zapata, can he get up? Not quite. And it goes out for a corner. 3 points here, which is exactly what we needed. It took a little bit to get past some of those unlucky moments, but we've overcome in the end. 3-2 the win, 3-2 the final, and 3 points on the board before this, this Juventus game, which is going to be very, very tough for us. Lazio or Juventus play Milan there, which is good for us. Anytime those teams ahead of us kind of come together is good, as you can see. Back into 8th. We didn't pass Fiorentina up. And Malinovsky, 8 weeks out. Ooh. That is a hard blow right now. Not what we want to see. We'll get Temeze in there. He's been playing a little bit better. Paslic is going to have to come onto the bench. Not what we wanted to see, but hopefully we can go ahead and deal with it. But we're about to jump into this Juventus game. A big old game. A little bit of time in between. We can get a couple. We should be getting 2 of these in. Is Malinovsky is the one in here? Or are we on a international break? I hate international breaks. Jesus Christ. We're going to go you. We're just going to train your sprint speed. Or train your sprint speed. And we're just going to roll with it because it's very difficult. We're having lots of problems trying to struggle with it. I don't know who else we were training over there. But we'll see. Add this new preset. Hopefully that stays during our off season or our off weeks now. But let's jump into this. A big game against Juventus. Can we hand them a loss? I believe they beat Milan there. I believe so. Yes, they did. But Inter and Napoli still going strong. If we beat them there, they'll be third. But a win, of course, is what we're looking for. See if we can pass Fiorentina up. We got to, get closer and closer. It's got to happen, in increments. It can't happen right off the bat. And since that gap is 6 or 7 points, it's imperative that we go ahead and close it quickly. But let's jump into this. Atalanta, Juventus. We've been pretty good against the big teams this year. Let's see if we can keep it up. Cuts back inside nicely. There's space out here. And he gets behind. Oh, it's just past the post. I thought that found the back of the net. It was a really good attempt there. Not sure who took that, but very, very close. Are you kidding? What is going on? It's 1-0. Dude, what is that? Martial with the bloody goal. What is that? What are you doing? What are you thinking? Look at this. Just up the pitch. You don't... Up the pitch is where I put that, where I aimed it. Up the pitch, anywhere up the pitch. And that pass there just kind of sums up everything. That whole sequence there sums up everything. The bit after the goal kind of sums up our season. Unbelievable that. 1-0 to Juventus. Tameze, one more. Finds Gomez. Freuler, can we get it back out to Gomez? Gomez, what a touch. And Gomez, oh, it's a good block. It comes back and it's... didn't get time to have that shot. A massive opportunity, really. That was our first attempt of the game, I'm pretty sure, if that even counted as a shot. If the shot had happened, or it just kind of careened off him, but we've had nothing all game going forward. It's a nice ball into space. That ball's being made. What a good finish. I can't get past this defense. It's driving me absolutely nuts. It's 2-0 to Juventus. That should have been their first goal, but we'll leave it at that. 2-0. I've had nothing going forward. Defensively, they're very, very good, I guess. We'll keep it. We'll keep it at that. Not that none of my forwards can get anywhere near them defensively, but 2-0. Awful. I don't think we haven't had a game or an episode yet where we've won all the games. We're struggling here. Nicely played. And Zapata's making that run through the middle. And Zapata, can he get around defensively? He can! He's missed it. Oh, God. Our first really good chance of the day, and he's dragged it wide. Oh, that sums this whole game up right now. Making no chances, and then we finally make an opportunity. And it's a really poor attempt, really. From what that was, not hitting the target is a very poor attempt. Nicely played. Tameze. Come on, that pass. See, it was just a bit off, and it's ruined the entire attack there. And Higuain, it's 3. Oh, God. Thoroughly beaten here by Juventus. As I said, I've struggled with this team before, even with good teams. But they've ripped us apart here. And that really, really showed the difference of the kind of quality we have. All around we're okay. It's just the really good players are old. And the players who have the physical ability to do everything else are not very good, and you saw it there. That pass right into the middle there. If it's a good pass, we're through on goal. We just need one more ball, and we're through on goal, but it didn't happen as we pull one back in the added time. And that ball didn't get there because it was poor, and then they go back up the other end and score, and it's been awful today. Been awful. Zapata finally puts that away. It's a good touch. And he kind of just curls it beyond Szczesny, but too little, too late. I feel like when I overhaul this team, it's going to come a lot quicker than I originally would have thought it was. Mainly being that players are gonna have to leave that I normally wouldn't have thought about selling, but everyone is 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Everyone everyone that we didn't bring in is seemingly that age. And it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's a weird experience. This is kind of a weird kind of situation I find myself in, because there's nothing here you kind of put together, put off to the side, and go, we can build on that, and he can be here for the next 10 years. It's just a lot of players who are going to need to be moved on. We are 12 back of fourth. 12. What do we have next? At least we're doing all right in the Champions League. Zagreb next, and then Brescia, not Frosinone, Brescia, and then Verona. Before we get into a really big January period. If we want to push on in the second half of January, or the second half of the year, things have to change. We need to bring in a midfielder, young and good. Center back wise, I don't even know if I have to bring anyone in. We may bring in another young center back. At right back, needing a proper right back too. It's going to be tough to overhaul this team, and we're going to have to do it via the window, being moving players on and bringing in better replacements if we can. And youth, it's just going to have to happen that way. It may take a little bit longer than I would have hoped, or everybody would have hoped. When you see, they're a good team. This is a good team. The problem is age. 28, 31. Then we bought him in, and then 27 in midfield. He's here on loan. He's 25. Younger kid here on loan, 29, 25, and then 28, 31, 28. Young kid. Here on loan, young kid we bought in, 25. There's not a single player that comes with this team that's young and good. Castagne's probably the closest you get to that. He's 23, 77 overall. That's probably as close as it gets. There's some really good projects here. Barrow is a good player to have around. Of course, we bought Iatarin in, but in Piccoli, a lot of you keep telling me about. Suitalo seems all right. Bellanova's not our player, so it's a very strange squad, and we're gonna have to do a lot to change it, and a lot of it's gonna have to happen in January. It just is, because it's difficult to deal with. One thing we are going to do is I am going to make Muriel the starter instead of Zapata. I lied. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna change it out and make Muriel the starter, and Ilicic can sit off. He's not the quickest. I think his better position, honestly, is going to be right here at cam. Maybe not center forward, and probably more cam. Probably more a midfield kind of thing. One thing I am going to do as well, instructions-wise, is let him free roam a little bit. And then defensively, I want to say come back on defense, but I don't want him more exhausted than he already is. We'll see if... And we'll just leave it that way. See if we get the free roam. See if we can move around a little bit. See if we can change it that way, guys. But that is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you folks, of course, have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. And peace.